Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game.
And they'll be led out by an exciting athlete, 4th overall pick of the draft out of Florida, Anthony Richardson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Richardson checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that, but what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
This is 2nd and 8. Hurts. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Stevenson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Throwing is Hurts.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Dragons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The numbers last week for Mitchell. 14 carries, 58 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
On first down, Richardson. Pass caught here by Osborne.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Now Richardson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through there.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Trenton Simpson
Brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
And this is going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Second down, here's Hurts.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're going to give you up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run. Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
up second and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. But you look at this defense.
This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Open man, that's T15Z. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Touchdown!
T15Z,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The New York set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Richardson looking to throw this. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, T15Z.
He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the second quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank.
Hurts. That's complete to Wicks. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Richardson looking to throw. A short throw to Musgrave.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one? Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now it's Richardson.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Richardson. And that will be incomplete as well.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
Made his first, this now from 42 yards out.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's Hurts to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. They have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. 3rd and 20. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Walker providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, we want to play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pick up for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd down, here's Richardson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Richardson. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On play action, Richardson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 22. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Richardson to the air on first down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Richardson now on second down.
And that is incomplete here.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Richardson's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now.
To throw is Richardson on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
A final shot before the half. Richardson.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Brian Robinson, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. The Raiders with an important win as they get their mark back to 2-2. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Nick Chubb, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game, and that continued with that first down run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. They go play action with Richardson. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. An option give now to Mitchell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sean Robinson in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Buried behind the line by Shaquille Griffin on the corner blitz.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Fielded at the 43. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing is Hurts.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Short completion, just 4 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw here.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Cooper will come in motion right.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Yeah, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Giants 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here's 2nd and 10. Give running right is Mitchell.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
And this one will be a 29-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
To the right side, this is Stevenson.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Nick Herbig, he read that beautifully and hit him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here's Hurts to throw.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Daniil Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Richardson. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee you, he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants now down by 15. A minute 51 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Now Richardson.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Here comes 2nd down. Richardson to throw it.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Here's Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Here's Stevenson.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
Again, Stevenson.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Down to a knee goes Hurts, and that is going to be that.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Tokyo,
it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the